Time to recap today's game. This is Trailblazer Postgame.
All right, welcome back inside the Fowler Event Center here in Riverside, California. Rod Zundel here with the Trailblazer postgame show. Utah Tech losing to the California Baptist Lancers 84-72. They lose by 12. Utah Tech now falls to 2-1 in conference play. And the Trailblazers now will head to Orem to take on Utah Valley Saturday afternoon, 2 o'clock in Orem. So the Trailblazers 2-1 now. They're tied for first in the Western Athletic Conference. So for all intents and purposes, Saturday's game will be a battle for first place after the first 2 weeks of play, or first 2 weeks of play in the Western Athletic Conference. Trailblazers, no question about it, where they were hurt today, it was offensive rebounds. Trailblazers only had 9 offensive rebounds, but California Baptist 17 offensive rebounds, and that led to second chance points, 24 second chance points. So 17 offensive rebounds leading to 24 second chance points. That, and you lose by 12. That you just can't do that. Points in the paint, another big problem for the Trailblazers. 42-34. Utah Tech closed that gap in the second half, but still 42 points in the paint for California Baptist. Leading the way for Utah Tech, Ethan Potter with 20 points, and he had 9 rebounds. And Ethan with 14 points of those coming in the second quarter. Chance Trujillo finished with 13 points, 1 of 5 from beyond the arc. Noah Belonga with 17, 6 of 11 from beyond from the floor, 2 for 5 from beyond the arc. Tanner Davis with 12. He was 5 of 9 from the floor, and Tanner also had a couple assists. Noah Belonga had 2 assists. Jashawn Holt, he had 3 assists to go along with 7 points and 2 rebounds. And Chance Trujillo had 4 points to go along with his 13 points. So our Stuart Awning player of the game, I'm going to have to go with Ethan Potter, as he really fought hard in that second half to try to get the Trailblazers back into this thing and keep it close. But Ethan Potter, our Stuart Awning player of the game, 20 points on 8 of 15 shooting, 3 for 4 from the free throw line, 9 rebounds, and he had 3 assists. Utah Tech, for the game, they shot 48%, 29 of 60 from the floor. Out of those 29 field goals, 14 assists. From the three-point line, 6 of 18 is all for Utah Tech after going hitting 12 three-pointers. Great shooting night in Abilene a week ago. They only go 6 for 18, 33% free throws, 20 for 26 for Utah Tech. For California Baptist, they shot 48%, 26 of 54, 6 of 18 from beyond the arc, and 14 of 18 from the free throw line. But offensive rebounds, that was a killer tonight for the Trailblazers. They just got out-rebounded on the offensive boards, 17 offensive rebounds, and I'm sure Coach Judkins, when we talk to him in just a few minutes, the offensive rebounds, that's going to be a main talking point in discussions and what they want to take care of and get better at before they hit Utah Valley, because Utah Valley, they're like California Baptist. They've got some athletes and they've got talent. And they were in the preseason poll, they were picked second behind California Baptist. So this is a tough week, big week for Utah Tech. They proved themselves on the road last week at Abilene Christian. Abilene Christian got a win over Tarleton tonight, so that was impressive. But got a big win in Abilene last week, and now a loss here. They got to bounce back and see if they can challenge Utah Valley in Orem, a place they have not had a lot of success as a D1 program. So head coach John Judkins, he's making his way out here, and we will chat with him That's when the Trailblazer post-game show comes back to the Fowler Event Center here in Riverside, California. Once again, Trailblazers dropped to 2-1 in conference play, 84-72.
Welcome to Utah Tech University. From classrooms to cliffs and lectures to lakes. Here, we celebrate active learning, active life. Our Trailblazers learn by doing, are career ready, and solve real problems with real partners to meet community needs. Here, students get the full college experience and choose from 300 affordable academic programs. All in one of the most stunning destinations on Earth. With this as your backyard, life is just as active as your education. Come experience active learning, active life at Utah Tech University.
All right, back here in Riverside, California, inside the Fowler Event Center, Trailblazers dropped to 2-1 in the WAC schedule, 84-72 at the hands of the Lancers of California Baptist. Rod Zundel here, along with the head coach, John Judkins. All right, Judd, I just want to get your initial thoughts on this one. We kind of have an idea of what you're going to talk about.
What's the idea, Rod?
Offensive rebounding.
Yeah. I'd say the two things were offensive rebounding and just toughness. They were just really into us, physical. We kind of felt that way in Texas. That was how it was going to be, and they let us play tonight. And it was a rough game, and they were tougher. They were drawing more fouls because they were being tough with the ball. We were hoping to get calls, and you're not going to get them. But 17 offensive rebounds kills you. They get all those second chance points. They had a total of second chance points of 24. Mm-hmm. It's just too many. We had 4. Ethan worked his tail off. He had 6 offensive rebounds. One time he got 3 in one possession. He just kept rebounding the ball. But when you give up 24 points on second chance, that's the game. And it's as easy as it is. And that's what I told him. I said, guys, you're going to make shots. There's going to be time your shot doesn't go in. I get it, but rebounding and hustle, that doesn't take talent. That just takes effort. Yeah. And I don't know if I just seem like our guys were tired. I got to probably sub more, and that's what I told them. I said, guys, I'm going to, with losing Madiba, I think he could have really helped us tonight with his toughness and his energy. I'm going to have to go deeper in the bench, and I'm going to have to give guys quicker rest. And I know they don't like that, but that's what we got to do because we were dead. We were kind of dead, and they kind of put it at us. But they're good. Yeah. And they, we said in pregame was, hey, they're 0-3. They have the hardest road trip of anybody. They don't lose very much here at home. Yeah. And they want to get their first WAC win, and they really came out and played extremely well. Not one of our better games. I still thought we had some chances. We got to come back here. We got to play them two more times, and I think our guys will be ready. But to me, that was the key, just the toughness and the offensive rebounds.
And you're going to Orem now, kind of the same team. Yeah. They got some tough guys and talented guys, obviously, picked second behind California Baptist. Yeah. So just talk about trying to bounce back. You're shorthanded. That's going to be the case, so you got to have other guys step up. You had that step up at Abilene tonight, not so much.
Yeah, that's normal. That's kind of normally what happens. When a guy goes down, that game you kind of have the momentum, you want to do it. Then the next game it kind of hurts you. But that's again, I wish Madiba was here. I do, but we can't. There's nothing we can do about it. We got to move on and we got to get better and we got to be tougher. So, like I said in there, I said, guys, the best thing that we can do is we reset. We got to hit the reset button. We go play a team just like these guys. They're going to be physical, and if you talk about offensive rebounding team, Utah Valley is probably one of the best offensive rebound teams in our league. So we got to learn from this. We'll show them some film of guys not making that effort. I think they want to rebound, but you got to go hit somebody, and we're not doing that. And that's something we're going to show them because we need to do that on Saturday. But again, I think they understand that, and hey, it's one game. It's a long season, and we didn't play great tonight. We didn't shoot it well. We didn't really guard well, and then we just got killed on the glass. So you give them credit. They played well.
Yeah. So we'll see how they respond as we get ready to head to Orem, take on another really good team. It's not easy in this conference, Coach. Every week it's a challenge, and you got to be up for it.
Well, road games, like I said, it's hard to win on the road in the WAC. It really is. I mean, Cal Baptist found that out last week.
Yep.
We got one last week, which is great. We got to continue. You can. It's just tough. You just got to be. You got to be a tougher team. You got to do all the little things on the road to win games. And tonight, this wasn't our night.
All right, so we're off to Orem, take on the Wolverines of Utah Valley. Battle for first place. We're still right there, Coach.
Yeah, we're still there.
So,
It's a long season, Rod. Long season. So.
All right, that will tip off at 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon, 1:45 pregame here on Trailblazer Sports Vision and the Fan Sports Radio Network. All right, Coach, let's get to Orem and get back on track.
Sounds good.
All right, so we'll see you Saturday. That'll do it here in Riverside, California for the coach and for Paul Ratliff back in the Finley Hundley studio. I'm Rod Zundel. Once again, the final here in Riverside. Utah Tech falling to California Baptist 84-72. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you Saturday afternoon from Orem against Utah Valley. Good night, everybody.